Gee, surprise, surprise, exactly what I said would happen last year has happened now. Lidia Thorpe has left the Greens.
Now I will be able to speak freely on all issues from a sovereign perspective without being constrained by portfolios and agreed party positions.
So she was holding back before?
This is a war! A war that was declared on our people over 200 years ago!
Now, apparently all of this is to do with The Voice.
Greens MPs, members and supporters have told me they want to support The Voice. This is at odds with the community of activists who are saying treaty before voice.
But even after saying all of that, she still might vote for The Voice.
I am not announcing my final position on The Voice today.
Now, let's imagine that the first thing she said was the thing that she really meant. Well, that is a position that is held by just 9% of the 37% of people who say they're going to vote no against The Voice. But it's okay, it always was, it always will be about Lidia Thorpe, and this is one heck of a claim. There are more than 800,000 Indigenous people in Australia, but Lidia Thorpe now says she is Queen.
My focus now is to grow and amplify the black sovereign movement in this country, something we've never had since this place was established. There is a black sovereign movement out there that no one wants to listen to, so I'll be their voice.
And everyone has a radical view like she does.
And I'm ready for what comes next in the fight for a future where our kids can be with their families and where our people are not killed in custody, where the chains that this system wraps around our people are lifted.
Now, well, I would never vote for Lidia Thorpe, and I'm pretty sure I don't know anyone who did. She played everyone off a break here. She played everyone like a fiddle. I have to say, well done, sister, because she entered the parliament after losing a seat in Victorian politics a few years ago. She was rewarded when Richard Di Natale, the former Greens leader, left the parliament, so she had a chance to shine. Then, at the 2022 election, she was sent back for another 6 years because she was the number one person on the Greens ticket. So the Greens themselves, the Green machine, thought that of all of the Greens in all of the state of Victoria, the number one, most loyal, most greeny green of all was Lidia Thorpe. And then the Labor Party decided to give Lidia Thorpe their number one preference if you weren't going to vote for Labor in the Senate at the last election. So the Greens thought the best possible Green was Lidia Thorpe, and the Labor Party said that the best possible person who wasn't in the Labor Party was Lidia Thorpe. And she now today has said to all of them, well, you know. The question is now, what happens for the next 5.5 years where she's guaranteed a spot in the Parliament? She will earn more than $1 million before her Senate term is over, while pretending to be the warrior for those whose dream of a lifetime income wouldn't even be $1 million. Now, we've seen people who have done exactly what Lidia Thorpe has done before. People like Fraser Anning, Rex Patrick, brought in on minor party machine, leave it, and then washed away when they have to stand on their own 2 feet at the next election. There is one exception to that rule, and that, of course, is Jackie Lambie. Nobody knew Jackie Lambie before. She was the most Clive Palmery person of the Clive Palmer ticket in 2016. Before, of course, she got the attention when she got to Canberra, broke up with Clive, and was able to get herself re-elected to the Senate not once but twice, which is a very significant achievement. But while Jackie Lambie and Lidia Thorpe both share an absolute need for the spotlight, a need to be the last person negotiating a bill and without them and blah, 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 Jackie Lambie comes from Tasmania. For her to be able to keep pulling off this trick, it's okay, it's a smaller population. For Lidia Thorpe, it's Victoria, which is the second most populous state in the country, and depending on some models, will end up with more people than New South Wales sooner rather than later, which means she won't be able to pull it off. So get ready for 5 wild years in the Parliament and then one heck of a life after politics for Lidia Thorpe. She's played everyone like a fiddle, and we all now just sit back and watch.